even, and at this point, you're not even talking about just LGBT. I gave so many positive results for all the diseases to people who said, well, I only had sex once. Well, baby, that's all it takes is one infected partner. She said, well, I've been honest and I've been monogamous in my late relationship. You're not the only one in your relationship, though. Have they been?
Clearly, let me answer that for you. Clearly, no. Like the results on this sheet of paper tell
Well,
me
no,
that
it's clear for you. Do you know how many times I had to walk people and I was like, honey,
so
how many
I saw.
people in your relationship? And she was like, two. So if you're not having sex with someone and there's a disease here, who could have brought it in? I mean, I've had to do that so many times. And I'm like, you refuse, but kids need the kids need this information. And I'm
The
sorry. I know
adults,
you
the
don't
adults
want to
too.
hear.
Don't even do it. The adults too.
It's true. It's true. But I started talking to my son when he was 6, and the information I gave him got progressively more involved as his body evolved, and I saw them hormones were putting. I was like, come here for a second, let's talk. It's time for you for the next lesson, because that voice is getting deeper, and the girls were hanging around, and I needed to tell him so that at the very least, he will never say, "No one ever told me." No, you won't. Not being born for me, you won't. So it is important, and not talking about it does not mean that it will not happen, that they will not have questions, that they will not look in the world around them, see something they've never been taught, and you're not prepared to tell them. This is a disservice. As an adult, this is a disservice to the kids. And how dare you?
And some of it is you have many of the parents, many of the adults who are not living their own sexual truth. You have many of the adults who I'm sorry, let me say it this way. They are not living their sexual truth out loud. Because many of them start from places of and again, Jerry Falwell Jr. use him as an example. At Liberty University, where he was the president, if they found out you were pregnant or they found out you were having sex outside of marriage as a student, they would kick you. Could be kicked.
Yep.
I'm sorry. If you were a woman and they found out you were pregnant or you were having sex on campus, you would be kicked out.
Yep.
From what I understand, if you were a man, they'd have some, remedial things and some prayer.
Yeah, that's a whole nother discussion, but that's about right for this country. It's about right.
So this is and he has preached morality and family values, traditional God-fearing family values. We're not even going to talk about the fact that Mary had to have Jesus was part of a blended family and his dad wasn't around and let him get killed. We're not going to talk about that part right now. Not that part. Not
Don't
right
now. A whole nother discussion. Y'all, bring him back. Push him back on topic.
Okay. So this president of Liberty University, this ultra conservative, his leader of the conservative Christian evangelical movement,
right,
was getting it in with his wife and the pool boy.
Yep.
And let's be, when I say getting it in, they were all getting it in together. And again, not quite sure. I don't know the arrangement, the order, or the interaction. All I know is that from published reports from the pool boy, it was live all the time.
And just so we're perfectly clear,
yeah,
ain't nothing wrong with that. Both
absolutely. I was about to jump on that.
Husband and wife agreed. Apparently, a good time was had by all many times. Total praise. However,
the unabashed hypocrisy.
Exactly.
That is the and again, I get keeping secrets because, like I tell y'all, I ain't gonna keep it 100 with you. I keep it 85 because 15% of this shit y'all don't need to know. But I draw the line at hypocrisy.
Yeah,
I draw the line. Like if I am telling you something, like if I'm standing up, like don't do this. When I find myself doing it, I'm like whoa. Like when I talk to other organizations about what they should be doing to help small businesses and minority businesses, and one of the dudes asked me, "Well, how do you all do it in your company?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll be And I had to, and then when he asked me that, I was like, I'll never be out there again, not be able to answer that question. And I turned around and created a plan and policy so that we could model the way. But this example with Jerry Falwell Jr. is this type of belief, this type of hypocrisy that circles back around and creates the "Don't Say Gay" law. Like, he was all about the like condemning homosexuality and sexual and like fire and brimstone, but he was getting it.
But when you got home, you were like,
Hey, hey.
you know,
and
again, it's all good. It's all good. A fun time was had, but ain't nothing wrong.
But don't come out here
you and your wife agree to invite somebody in. You go for it. However,
don't be out here condemning everybody else.
How dare you? Yeah, that part.
Yeah,
that part. So this country's got some serious issues, and you're not all of these rules regarding when to teach kids. Let's just be honest and say you don't want to tell kids about their sexuality, to teach them about what their body is doing and what all this information that the body, just say it without sending us through this. You don't want to teach them, and you want them to be just as ignorant. And then people like me will have a job for a long time because the STDs are going nowhere. They're going nowhere, and they're going to get worse.